I'm confused on what to do or to do anything. I just keep trying. I love that. That's great. I love it. Moya has? Okay. All right. So today I want to talk about 3 reasons why the law of attraction isn't working. 3 reasons why the law of attraction isn't working. There are more. I'm just grabbed a few. Okay. This is where you might want to get. And this is very interesting, Anahis. Get a paper and pen and paper. And it's so funny how law of attraction works, because Anis says, I'm confused on what to do or to do anything, keep trying. Now, Sue, thank you. Sue says, I've tried. Now, I want you to see this. I wrote this, obviously. This is before. You don't have to look at that. But can you read? Oh, it's so hard with the light. Can you read in my freaking crazy writing what number 1 is? It's very hard with my writing. But can you read what number 1 is? Confusion. Anis just said, I'm confused on what to do or to do anything. I just keep trying. I love it. Look at how perfect. That's law of attraction right there. Right there. So the first one of these 3, it's not the number 1, but the first thing I want to talk about is the reason why law of attraction isn't working for a lot of people. One of the reasons is confusion. The lack of clarity. Think about it as a lack of clarity. Remember, law of attraction has one job: to match your what? Your vibration. To match your vibration. I said it before. It's not that you have to have the same vibration all the time. It doesn't have to be positive all the time. But you feel better when you have positive vibration or feelings. So you get confused. You have a lack of clarity. I think, now I'm going to act a little here. Ready? This is somebody that law of attraction is really going to have a hard time with. I want to be a doctor. Okay. I'm going to research doctor things. I'm going to research doctor stuff and da, da, da. And then all of a sudden you go, oh, I don't want to do that. I think I want to be an actor. I'm going to research acting. And then I'm going to do that. And then you try and then you're like, I don't want to do that. That's not good. So I think that I'll be a housewife. Okay. So I'll be a housewife. And then you're like, oh, I don't want to do that. And then you're kind of all over the place. And that confusion is the reason why. Well, first of all, law of attraction is always working. That's what I say. I said it before. So it's working. So you'll kind of like get stuff and then you'll go, I'm getting it and I don't like it. And then you go, I don't do that and I'm getting it, I don't like it. So it's always working no matter what, but deliberate law of attraction. So there's confusion. Most people are not clear about what they really want. They have a lack of clarity. Now, listen to me. Most people, not all, what they want is not what they really want. It's what their ego says is going to make them happy. Or what their ego says, you might not know this, what their ego says is going to get the acceptance of my parents. What the ego is telling you is, so the egoic mind, there's a clue here, but I'm not going to go into that. So there's confusion because there is a conflicting vibration. Say it's the doctor thing, and you're like, doctor. And then inside, you're really like, I don't want to be a doctor. So there is a conflicting vibration. There's what says gardener. And then up here goes doctor. And it doesn't make sense. Now, many people, I've been in this game for a long time, friends. Remember, I'm going to be 58 tomorrow. Been doing this for a long time. So many people, and it's changing, which is great, start to do the thing that they see like, oh, that will make me happy. here's a big one. Being rich will make me happy. So I'm going to do everything to be rich, right? Being an entrepreneur is going to make me happy. I'll be an entrepreneur. Da, 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 da. It's not who you really are. So ultimately, it's not that rich isn't going to make you happy. It's just not that important to you, but you've been convinced that being rich is the way to happiness. Take a deep breath. And then people go for being rich, try to be rich, and then it becomes harder and harder and harder. Because you're like, oh, well, it's supposed to be hard. Now it's supposed to be really hard. First of all, law of attraction is easy peasy, easy peasy, easy peasy. So there's confusion all over the place. You don't really want to be rich, but you put yourself in a position where you're like, okay, oh, I don't really want to be an entrepreneur, but I read that if I'm an entrepreneur, I'll have freedom. And if I have freedom, then blah, 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 blah. That's very common. Very common. It's very confusing. It's all over the place. And I just pulled out another one just now. It's hard. Here's another reason why law of attraction works, because people are like this. Make it happen. Make it happen. So you want things that feel good and feel great and feel joy, and you're working really hard for it. That is opposing vibrations. And guess what? You're never going to get it. Or if you get it, you'll get it for a little while, and then it'll go away. Or you'll self-sabotage it because that's not what you really want. Take a deep breath. Okay, put into the comments about what's going on with you about what I just said. Sue says it makes so much sense, so difficult to really follow your heart. That's right. Carol says desperation. That's what I said in another one of our sessions. I'm kind of famous for this expression. Carol knows it. The vibration of desperation blocks manifestation. The vibration of desperation blocks manifestation. Gary says, that was well explained. Thank you. You're welcome. I've been doing it for a while. Most people don't get this. They think, Porsche. I gotta have the Porsche. I gotta have the Porsche. I'm gonna have the Porsche. I always use that example. They never get the Porsche. Or if they get their Porsche, it comes with a lot of baggage. No, ooh, that's good. Martha, happy birthday. Thank you so much, Martha. Okay, so number one is confusion. You're all over the place. You have mismatching vibrations. That's number one. Okay, so law of attraction relevant in non-duality. Sue, you weren't here at the beginning. It's not relevant in non-duality really at all. So at the beginning, I said this is not what we're doing at here. I'm teaching you a very specific in-duality skill. Okay, Sue? Carol knows it. I love how I said or so anything leads to desperation. That's right. Got it, Sue. Okay. Thank you, Blossom. Okay, so number one's confusion. Number two is big. Number two is the opposite. Can you read my tattoo? What does my tattoo say, everybody? Trust. Some of my students are here today, and you should know this. What is the opposite of trust? Hi, Tiffany. What's the opposite of trust? Not quite. Fear is one of them. Constance got it. Doubt. 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 The opposite of trust is doubt. The opposite of love is fear. So, number two in the three things that keep you from activating or whatever, your law of attraction not work for you, is doubt. So, you will never, ever, ever really get anything if you're like, I'll never have that. I'm not smart enough. I'm not rich enough. I haven't had enough school. Even if you're not saying it, remember, it's not about the words you're saying, it's about how you feel. So you could say, I deserve $1 million. I deserve $1 million. I deserve, which isn't even that much money anymore. I deserve $1 million. And inside down in here, there is a opposing vibration that goes, I don't even know what I'd do with $1 million. I've never had more than 500,000. I'm da 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 da. No one in my family's ever been a millionaire. So that vibration is a doubtful vibration. That vibration blocks manifestation. Doubt blocks it. Now, this is really important. This is why when you do more investigative, real, I don't like the word, but I'm going to say it here, healing work, transformational work about finding out who you really are, which is kind of the next thing. You start to be, law of attraction becomes really easy to you because you start to break down all of these doubts that you have. This is why when people go to therapy, good therapy, and they start to work out their baggage and their crap, suddenly they're like, their life starts to flow. Relationships get better, the job gets better because they start to, and I'm not going to go into this very much, they clean up the underlying vibration. And when the underlying vibration is cleaned up, what's the law of attraction checking in with? Your underlying vibration. So, doubt, any kind of doubt is one of the biggest ways that you can block real law of attraction, deliberate law of attraction from happening, right? Okay, so number 1 is confusion. Number 2 is doubt. Anyone want to say anything about that or ask anything? I know what you're going to say right now. Or you're going to ask. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Any comments or questions? Max, I'm asking. Okay, ask. Go, Gary. Gary, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. What do you want to ask, Gary? About doubt. Well, I'll take overall questions about law of attraction at the end of this. We've got one more. Is there anything that you're like, oh, that's why? Oh, I get that. What are you asking, Gary? Or anybody? How do you break through? How do you break through? It's a big question, but it's also a very simple question. The fact that you're asking how to break through leads to my next thing. There's nothing to break through. There's nothing to break through. There is an illusion that you are not who you are. So let's just go into number 3 because this is perfect. Number 3 is you don't know who you really are. Because if you know who you really are, then everything will fall into place. Now, I can't tell you who you really are, but I will tell you that when you start to uncover, remove all the blocks to your truth, everything starts to flow. This could be, how do you break through? But nothing needs to be broken through at all because you're already there. But consciously speaking, this is why I teach A Course in Miracles. This is why there's other things that help you in the separated state, in the illusion. The law of attraction is only working in the separated state in the illusion, right? But it's fun. It's interesting. It's fun, right? So the number 3 is you don't really know your true self. And when you know your true self, everything I've been talking about kind of points to that, then the flow begins to happen. You've heard of the flow. The flow just begins to happen. That reminds me of one of my favorite law of attraction movies of all time. And if you really break it down, you watch it, you'll go, oh shit, this is such a law of attraction movie. Is Under the Tuscan Sun. Go watch that movie. I know a lot of you know that movie. One of the best movies on law of attraction ever. And if you really know it, you're going to be like, oh God, this is exactly what it's about. Doubt, crazy vibration, knowing who she really is, all of that has to do with what we're talking about. Hello, Summer Star. Right? So when you know who you really are, and if you know, some people know the movie, when I say the flow, and there's symbolism after symbolism after symbolism in that film, is that at the end of the movie, the spigot that was sticking out of the wall, that was just a drip, when she starts to live like what we're talking about, all of a sudden the spigot starts to just flow. And she stands in it. And it's like, ah. So when you know who you really are, the flow it's already going. It's already there. There's nowhere to get. All right, take a deep breath. Confusion, doubt, and I'll just say disconnect, the feeling of being disconnected from your true self. Those are just 3 ways why law of attraction isn't working. Because most people are going, that's going to make me happy. And then you go for it. And it doesn't happen. Well, because it's not a matching vibration, because that's not really what's going to make you happy. First of all, if you're already saying you're not happy, you're attracting things that aren't happy. You're like, once I get the job, I'll be happy. No, that's the complete opposite. You have to be happy, do the work to be happy, to be enjoyed, to be in love. And that can, for some people, can take a lot of work, and that's okay. And then the right job will come. The right relationship will come. The right adventure will come in your life. Because you have to be it. You're the magnet. And you're going to, but if you go, I'll do that when I get that, I'll be happy. Good luck. Because time's going to be ticking away. Because you're coming from the place of I'm not happy. Take a deep breath. Gary says, does my ego try to keep me doubting myself? Of course, it's its job. It's its job. That's its job. Because your ego is not the truth of who you are. It's a character. Annie says, so when becoming aware and shift our perspective, yes, that can help. In the Course in Miracles, a shift in your perception is a miracle. When you have a shift in your perception, you change. And guess what? When you change, your results change. Okay, take a deep breath.